Greetings and salutations, brethren. My name is Kwing. I use they, he pronouns, and welcome to my channel. Yes. I've wanted to start this channel for quite some time now. As a young queer black kid, I took to the internet to find refuge because I couldn't find anyone in the real world that was like me. And while there were few, none of them quite fit me. And till this day, I'm still kind of looking for people who look like me, who are like me. And then I realized I haven't found it because I haven't shown up. So this is me showing up. And I have a lot of interests. I am a creative person. That is something that I'm finally owning. I've known it for some time, but I'm a creative person. I have a lot of interests. I love art in many forms of medium, whether it's singing, dancing, music, art, like drawing, oil paint. Like, I just love art. I think art is a very important part of this world, and we should do as much as we can to preserve the sacredness of art. And that is what I wish to do. So I'm going to be doing a lot of things. I have done a lot of things. This is not my first YouTube video, but this is a first real introduction to me, myself, the person behind, all the things that I like to do. So welcome. So as I was saying, I always heard that representation matters. Always. Representation matters. I didn't really quite understand it until I realized I was looking for representation. Out in the real world, I felt like I was the only one feeling like I was feeling. I was the only one who didn't want to wear dresses, who didn't want to do what I was supposed to do as the girl that I was raised to be. I felt like I was the only one pushing boundaries, pushing past what was expected of me. So I took refuge to the internet, looking and search for other people like me. I didn't realize at the time what I was doing, but that is what I was doing. So in doing that, there are some pieces of media that I consumed repeatedly, and I didn't quite understand why I was so drawn to them. But now, as I sit and reflect, and I have grown a little more fully, and I say a little more because I feel like I'm still growing, but at the same time, I have grown so much more into myself. I understand why I was drawn to these pieces of media. So here are 3 music videos that changed my brain chemistry forever. Number 1, Rock the Boat by Aaliyah. This is a weird one because this was like, I believe this was her final video. And there was so much surrounding her death in that airplane crash show. But that video is important to me because that was one of the first times that I can remember seeing 2 women dance on each other. And I can picture it now. I remember just sitting in front of the TV and being jaw agape, like heart pounding, feeling things that I have never felt before. Things that I was supposed to be feeling about the boys, that I was feeling about the girls. And I was just like, we can do that? I like this. People are doing this. Can I do it too? Like, and it's so funny, people are like, oh, you don't know at a young age. Oh, I knew. Because something about watching women just interact with each other, it ignited a fire in me, I'll tell you that much. Video number 2, Like a Boy by Ciara. For now that I said that, a little more obvious reasons now, as a fully grown adult. But this was also one of the first times I saw a woman dressing in completely masculine clothing, like men's clothing, just embodying her masculinity and looking so good. And it was the theme of the video was like a boy, so of course you have a lot of women dressing in men's clothing, and I was just like, I want to do that. That's what I've been feeling. That's it right there. And then seeing her in the dress and her flowing and just embodying both elements of it was just like, this is me. Not necessarily me walking around and dressed in high heels, although I did, but that was me forcing my femininity. I express my femininity in a completely different way now. But just to give context for the video, it's seeing both of those sides and seeing they're both her. And now I remember that there was a prominent rumor that Ciara was a man. And I understand, well, this is one of my theories now. I understand it to be that people were just so confused how a beautiful woman like that could put on a suit and still look good. I just think she had people confused about their sexuality. So of course, with little knowledge that tends to be put out in the society. They're like, oh, obviously she's a man. Like, that's the most logical answer, not that she just knows how to embody both elements. But it made me realize that I want to embody both elements. I was forced really a lot to be feminine because I wasn't feminine in the way that people around me wanted me to be. But I knew in my heart I didn't want that. I didn't want to dress like that. I wanted to wear baggy clothes. I wanted to look like the rappers. I thought that's who I was looking up to. I wasn't looking up to the J-Lo's, the Beyoncé's, the pop star. I could care less about that. Give me a puffer, give me a hoodie, give me some sweats, give me some Timbs. That's how I wanted to show out. I wasn't allowed to. I am now because I'm a whole adult. But seeing that was like, oh, this is okay. Oh, we can do this. I'm not the only. It was a level of acceptance that I didn't know I needed at that time, but very much need it now. The third and final video is so funny. It is corbinbleu's Push It to the Limit. And I thought I had a crush on corbinbleu. Turns out I just wanted to be corbinbleu. The way he, in my opinion, is a very feminine man. Like he exudes femininity in a way that I love. Like he's a beautiful man, and I tend to, as I don't date men. I can be attracted to men. You know, I tend to be more attracted to feminine men. I love pretty boys, but I also realize I'm a pretty boy. That's the vision. That's me in essence. If I could describe myself, it's a feminine man. That's one of the specific things of like also watching him box. But there was this one where he had his hair pulled back and he had the little hoop earrings. And then I remember one time I put my hair back, I was like, oh, okay. Oh, I see why I watched this over and over again. Like, you feel me? You see? Hold on, one second. Yeah, push it to the limit. You feel me? You know, he has the traits. I tend to be attracted to more feminine men. People who you can tell they're just soft and, you know, a little. Y'all like to call them sassy men. I like my men sassy. I much prefer it because it shows me that you can show the duality of masculinity and femininity. Other than that, I don't really like fuck with men like that. That's not the point. Not the point. But it's crazy to me how I have the ability to connect all these dots, and it really solidifies myself. Like, oh, I've always known. I have always known, and the people around me have always known too. They just like to make me feel like I'm crazy. But this is why it's so important for us to see people who look like us, who are like us, in various forms of art, so we have a reminder that you're not the only one. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. I don't have a set schedule for when I'm making videos, but I know I have a lot of ideas that need to be put into place, and I'm going to fight myself on them because I'm battling theme of perfectionism. Like, I have a vision for myself and I want to hold myself to the highest standards, but if I keep doing that, I'm not going to actually do the things I want to do. So here's to me stepping out of my comfort zone. So subscribe, like, comment, share it with a friend or two. I am on TikTok. I am and I'll link my TikTok and my Instagram below. I always want to say that. I'll link my TikTok and Instagram below, but yeah. Bye.